50 acres where the grass grows high lives a Longhorn bull with a watchful eye. He's got pedigree, pride, and that Texas glare, with a stare that'll stop you cold right there. Don't mess with Tex, you best respect. He's king of the land, and he don't forget. He don't want trouble, just wants his space. Give him that, it won't end in a chase. He's the legend, the pride of the West. Don't mess with Tex. He don't need touching to know you're near. Nothing wrong with a healthy fear. He ain't mean, but he ain't no pet. He'll give respect if you give what you get. Don't mess with Tex, just tip your hat. He knows where you stand, and he's fine with that. He's done his job, and he's earned his rest. Still the boss, still the best. He's the thunder that rolls with every step. Don't mess with Tex. He ain't slowing down, just taking it in, watching his family chase the wind. But he'll always be the name they say when they talk about bulls of the Texas way. Don't mess with Tex, the Longhorn king. He gave it all, I didn't miss a thing. With his lady by his side, he'll roam his days out Texas style. So raise a glass, never forget. Don't mess with Tex.
And good morning and hi to hello, my friends. Hi to hello.
Hey, y'all.
We're here on a beautiful Saturday. It's actually cooler-ish than what it has been. And we're not those who complain about weather. We do not complain about weather. We only complain about no rain or too much rain. That's all we really ever complain about.
That's really it for us, yeah. And I looked at the radar, and we are 51% chance here today. And you would think that those would be good odds for some rain.
Thank you all for joining us this morning. And yes, I did find my hat. Come to find out, Jamie did not hide this hat from me. I just misplaced it.
It's probably with your glasses.
Do you know why, though?
And the ketchup.
Do you know why, though?
Shoes. Why?
And tripods. I lose tripods like I've losing my mind.
I have bought so many tripods over the years. Don't
send any. Don't send any because they're here. They're here. We just can't find them.
They're also with all the flashlights that he loses.
They're with flashlights. They're with my glasses.
There's like a Sasquatch that hoards flashlights, glasses, and tripods.
I don't know how I lose those things so much, but you know, let's just go ahead and do our little thing. Hey, first and foremost, thank you so much to the kind sender of these really awesome mugs.
These are adorable.
We love them. Now, I will be drinking my coffee clinks, Jamie.
Cheers, y'all.
I will
Saturday.
be, yes, coffee clinks to you all.
Oh, wait. Here. Put them side by side right there. Pick it up. There we go.
Oh, I've already taken a picture.
Oh, you did?
It's actually our thumbnail on this video. I did all of that in prep work. Now, I am missing a handle on mine. So I'll be drinking my coffee through a straw if you guys don't mind.
My thing is, though, it wasn't in the box.
Yeah, so that was the craziest thing.
That's the weirdest part about this whole thing.
Sometimes glass, ceramic things can get broken. These mail service guys, they don't care. You can write fragile all over it. They don't give a darn. They just toss things and they're in a rush. But usually when you get something like this and there's something broken, Jamie can just get her her machine or
My
hot glue.
E6000 or whatever it is, like, you know, that glue that holds everything together. That,
Yeah, JB Weld.
that too. I've done that.
Coffee cleans. I feel like I'm drinking hot, like a cocoa or chocolate milk. It's not too hot. I'm not going to burn myself. No, but we could not find the little handle. And I'm like, we were looking through it, like looking.
I went
through
back
it,
to look in the package box down at the road thinking, like, did it fall through? It didn't feel like it fell through, like the box was sealed, but there's no handle, no parts to the handle. It's kind of crazy.
But
E6000.
Nonetheless, it's really, really, really beautiful. These are some really neat cups. Jamie's has makeup on.
What's funny though is I thought that I accidentally did that because, of course, I did that. But if you notice, like, it really is just blush. Isn't that adorable? I wonder. So
It
you know
is.
that Stephanie has been making pottery and all kinds of things, right?
I did not know that.
Stephanie's been throwing pots on a potting wheel and like is very like she's firing it in the kiln, like all these things. And I would like her to see these portraits here and see if she
Can replicate it.
would like to one up it at all. She's
Huh.
pretty good at one upping.
Yeah, Stephanie and Buddy, that's my
Oh,
nephew
people say Steph can make you a handle for that.
and my niece-in-law. Well, there you go. They really do have their hands a little bit into everything. They are a little
Very
bit into
diverse.
everything.
Very diverse.
Yeah. But no, the reason that I'm wearing the pink hat, do you know why?
Is Breast Cancer Awareness Month is
October.
right?
It is not for Breast Cancer
Oh.
Awareness Month, but you know what? We should always stay aware of breast cancer.
Are you having a girl?
Well, maybe we had a girl.
Oh,
I was gifted two hats, two hats in this style, one blue and one pink.
Aw.
And the suggestion that came with it was that when we have a new calf, because we were due to have, 13 calves this year. And every time we have a calf, the way that I announce it is by coming on live with a different color hat on,
didn't know that.
either pink or
That's
blue.
really sweet.
And so I felt so bad last night. I went live, and gosh darn it, the day that Pearl's baby was born, and I could not find this hat anywhere. I'd already worn it once for our sweet girl, Caroline. And so I'm like, where did I leave that hat? And then the conspiracy was, you thought it looked so ridiculous on me that you hid it when you cleaned, because you cleaned the RV the night before.
You blamed me for that?
I'm sorry, I did. But we had, listen, my blue hat was there. My gray hat was there. My black hat. I have many, many colors of this same style. Yet the pink one was gone.
You're so rotten. You blame me for
And
everything.
I'm thinking, I would not have worn this hat over here. So where could it be?
Where did you find it?
So you know where I take off my clothes before I go to in the shower and I just toss them to a pile?
Yeah, the pile.
It's in the pile. Right there in the RV pile. I have a pile in the RV. Someone also gifted me a hamper, and I think that Jamie has confiscated it for chicken eggs or chicken stuff.
That's not
Maybe
true.
a laying box.
That's also not true.
Well,
you
my
brought
hamper,
your laundry home in it, and then
now I can't find it.
and you left it. I did not confiscate.
So now
Gosh.
I'm still toting my laundry in a plastic Walmart bag.
It's your favorite friggin' package.
With holes. It's okay. Don't send that either, guys. We're not asking y'all to send us anything.
Jamie is to Lester as Sharon was to Ozzy. That is a fact. Jamie!
And then I scream at everybody, y'all. I scream at Jake, man. Jake, you don't even know what happened. You don't watch videos.
Hold on, I did watch it, and what I
No,
messaged.
you did not.
Yes, I did. And what I messaged Jake was, I hope you know that when you're working cattle, no words count, no feelings count, anything like that. He's like, yeah, I got that. I was like, also, let me tell you about working cattle or doing anything stressful with Lester. You must think on your own and do not listen to him. Because what he is articulating is nothing that you should follow ever, because the way he sees it is not the reality that's in front of you. That is the most advice I could give to anyone. Sadly for Uriel, I don't speak Spanish enough to be able to say, don't listen to Lester, just do what you know is right, and then it'll all work out. But that's how you have to work with Lester in stressful situations. Just tune him out. Let him yell, let him do all those things. Don't react, because when you react, his feelings are hurt because suddenly you yelled. So
Jamie, I'm not quite that bad, okay? I'm not quite that bad. Give me 1 second here, friends. Give me one moment here. Jamie, just bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, can you X
But
that
as
out?
long as you know that going into the scenario, you can put all things aside. You all have partners or people in your life that you do things with, projects with, or whatever. You just tune it out. Now, projects wise, we usually can rationalize. It's not like it's not a high stress situation. We can rationalize, talk it out, do it all together, whatever. But if it's like in the moment happening, do not listen. Do not listen. Just do your thing. Do your thing that you know is to be right. Hope to God that it is right. In the beginning, it was not right, for the record. But now I'm better. I'm better.
Hey, listen. So, you know what? I was watching the football game last night. Now, I understand that there may be, to a lot of folks, a world of difference between an NFL football game compared to a couple of wannabe farm boy ranchers out there working with cattle. But in a strange way, aren't there a lot of similarities also? Danger, pace, as far as the speed of everything happening, the potential for things to go horribly wrong. And so sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to knock anybody and I'm not trying to make excuses, but it's true. You watch a team and they're able to continue to play a game, even though if you ever watch all of the back things going on with the coaching and the players on the field and there's a lot of anxiety, lots of anxiety. And you already know me. I already have high anxiety and I take a med for it, but I didn't that day because I wanted to have a clear mind. I wanted a clear mind.
You have to on those days. You absolutely have to.
But no, I did apologize profusely, profoundly. I apologized more to not only to Jake, but also to you all. But it's just so funny what Jake did though. And I've actually invited Jake to join us because I've not had a chance to talk to him about this yet. We've not had a chance to debrief, but I will say before he comes on, if he's able to come on, he's looking for a Wi-Fi signal. I will say this, Jake came over voluntarily because he wanted to learn. He wanted to see firsthand. I did not.
Why would he want to learn from that?
Jamie, because Jake also, if you don't know, has aspirations to possibly eventually work into.
Hold on. I didn't mean like the act of.
From me. Why would he want to learn from you?
Let me. That's not being mean.
Hold on.
I just meant because it's the first time.
Hold on.
Why would he want to come? Like, to be honest with you, like, that's not a dig at you.
Yes, it is.
It's not a dig at you.
Listen,
I love you. I know what I'm getting into.
You might not realize this, but I promise you, back in the day when we were growing up, my dad didn't have near the setup.
I believe that.
Do you know what we would do back in the day? Remember that night we had to rope sweet Charlene?
Yes.
Tie her to a tree and then work with her to get that baby out? That was the style of branding. We didn't have a bunch of cowboys. My dad would call every nephew that he had, his brother, my Uncle Raleigh, and Uncle Raleigh and Dad both had cows. And so when it came time for putting the tattoos on them, we're going to call it the tattoos. People are okay with tattoos, not with the other thing. When it come time to tattoo them, what we would do is get out there, and we didn't have we're not a bunch of yahoos on horses running around. We would corner them, we would rope them, and then we also did it much younger. You never branded a cow as old as you don't wait as long as I did with these two. Okay. You don't do that. Yeah. So you do it much younger.
Because they're probably 1,000 pounds right now.
Oh, Jamie, I would say at least maybe even 12 to 1,400.
Yeah.
And
they're a little bit easier, I'm guessing, when they're about 2 to 3.
And they're bulls. And guys, I don't know if you recognize, if many people didn't watch the video, and that's fine. I even told you not to. If you also are easily triggered by things, don't watch it. I asked you nicely not to. But that might be shirtless Jake right there. Let me see. Okay. Jake's going to join us in a couple of minutes here. Let me turn my ringer off too. I don't want to have that going off the whole time in case anyone else calls. Focus, do not disturb. Okay. But no, Jake wanted to learn. And so I'm like, you know what? I got a pretty good setup over here. Let's go ahead and make it happen. And so we had Jake come over, and the problem is that I never explained to Jake how it's supposed to work. I just assumed he would know. But here's the thing. If you don't know something, you don't know. And Jake had no idea how the entire process works with all the shoots and all of the things. But once these bulls got to being run a little bit, no matter how sweet and how lovable, we've all grown up. All of us who've been watching them for the last, 2 years have really grown to love them. And watching them grow up has been beautiful. But they're also bulls. And somewhere hidden in all of them man parts is something called, is it testosterone? And once that testosterone begins to release and you begin to realize that, you know what, fight or flight, they wanted to fight. They chose to fight.
And they sent y'all's testosterone on top of it too. So all I kept thinking was, this is indeed why women live longer.
I think it was one of the funniest comments that I saw in the video is someone said, I can hear Jamie now, quote, and this is why women live longer.
I watched it and I was like sipping my coffee and I'm like, this is why women live longer.
Oh, goodness gracious, guys. It was quite the day. But no, we're going to have Jake join us here momentarily, hopefully, and we can kind of get his whole perspective on it all. And but no, I am wearing the pink cap because we had a very successful birth yesterday. Our Pearl friend had herself a baby. And I can't wait to show you the video, which will come out later on today. I have lots and lots of footage. You guys know me. I tried everything in my power not to go live the entire day because I can also do that, go live and just let it stream. But no, I tried as hard as I could to make sure I got a good video, get some really nice close-ups. Oh, Jake is here. Guys, with no further ado, let's all welcome.
Hold on. I'm caught off guard.
I'm
caught off guard.
Now he's cowboy.
Are you going to change your channel name?
I don't know how. I don't know how to do that, but I'm caught off guard. First of all, I see your pink hat, and right whenever I open up the screen, and then second, I just feel like I'm here because I have to clear up a story that you've told. Probably. No. I don't know. I've been driving, but probably.
I'm giving you big props for being able to put up with your Uncle Lester.
Yeah.
Let me explain the pink hat first. This was a gift. I got a pink and a blue hat because, this is our birthing season for our babies. And we have 13 moms who would be delivering this year. So I'm really excited about that. And someone goes, on the mornings that a baby's born or whatever you go live, wear the color hat of the baby. And so, Pearl, the one you used to always play the horn game with, tap horns or whatever y'all used to always do.
Yeah.
She had a baby. That's Pearl.
Oh.
And it's a little girl. So I'm wearing the pink hat for Pearl.
Jake's going to need a pink hat in December.
Jake.
Yeah, I'm going to get me a pink cowboy hat.
Oh, that'll be cute.
Lord, Jake. Oh, Lord. He would wear it too. I promise you he would wear it. I've seen him. Jake, before we get into all of the good stuff, we'll talk about all the work. I saw that you and Alyssa have been playing around with some caulk.
That's pretty much what I do all day is play around with caulk. So you gotta know how to lay it right. If you can't lay down caulk, everything will be wrong.
Yeah, I know. Are y'all using white or black?
White.
Why are you laughing?
No.
Well, they say that the different kind of caulk. I can't keep it together.
Oh my God.
Different kinds of caulk depends on the gap you're trying to fill. Dang it, Jake, you made me break. Gosh darn it.
I didn't do anything.
Jamie, look at me. Help me. I'm going to hyperventilate here.
Why are you so red? You're holding that in so long.
I've been waiting for days to talk to him about this caulk. I've had caulk on my mind since your video came out 2 days ago.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Jake and Alyssa really are doing some caulking in their bathroom, or what room are y'all working in?
Yeah, and that was the bathroom. Now we're gonna do, I don't know, maybe our bedroom next. I have no idea. There's too many rooms.
I am so sorry, everybody. Forgive me.
Oh my God, you're sweating now. Even your forearms are sweating.
Look, I
Well,
grabbed
sometimes the thing is though about the caulk, like if you don't put the caulk exactly right, then you got to use your finger. Then if that doesn't work, you got to break out this other special tool to get the job done. So there's a lot of things that go into this. People don't understand.
Yeah, using a caulk right,
It gets all over you.
it can get real messy if you're not careful.
It's worse when it's in your hair.
Oh God, I'm logging off. I'm logging off.
For real. Okay, so I told everyone today that working with Lester is stressful, and that you cannot listen to Lester when you're working with Lester in stressful situations. Is that what you found to be true? That you should do it right and not follow his instruction?
I'll tell you exactly who I saw was Pop standing there yelling at me whenever I was a kid. It just brought me back to my childhood. Pop loading cows and me standing there, get out of here, get the hell out of here, move.
I apologize.
Like a direct replica. Like
Yeah.
every ounce of
Get the dang dogs out of here. Get everybody out of here.
Yeah, I am my father's son. That is for darn sure. I walk like him. I talk like him. I even wear the same glasses he wears now. And
you don't video like him yet.
no, well, actually,
Thank God.
there are some that say that I do. When I get the shakes good and I'm trying to video with the shakes, then they say I'm worse than Paw Paw.
Hold on a second. There was a moment this week that was worse than Paw Paw that you don't know about.
At the football game with Lex. Oh, no.
No. Your mother. Your mother Kim and your mom were at Home Depot, and Kim hands her the phone because Kim's picking up linoleum and all these other things, and your mom is like whispering, okay, and no one can hear a word she's saying, but also she's videoing the floor, she's videoing this.
No.
But Kim kept it and kept putting footnotes on the video. It is the funniest video that I have watched in a long time because
So Sister Kim put it out, but it was my mom recording.
Yes, and it is you have to watch it. It is hilarious. Like I laughed so hard.
Guys, don't forget that my dad's damn near 80. My mom is 76.
She put it in her purse.
Yeah. Y'all got to cut them some slack. They're trying, okay? Jake, let's talk about that day, though, man. Let's talk about that day. So
Okay.
I know it would be a lot easier if I would had the video pulled up, and I don't. But most people have already seen it, and I can't pull it up anyway because there's some words, some language in there. But the funniest thing to me, and I'm just going to tell you from my perspective, and if you want to go back and watch it later to see it, it's true. After I got,
yeah, you tell your perspective, then I'll tell the truth.
okay, yes, that's fine. So from my perspective, so first of all, by the time when all of the mayhem was happening, you and me both were in the arena. So a lot of people think I was on the outside of the fence watching you work the whole time. That's not true. I had come inside the arena, and I'm going to call it the arena because I felt like we were two gladiators with this raging, horrible monster of a bull in Prince Willie Joe. So at that point, we were both inside the arena. So for anyone saying that Lester was screaming from outside, that is not true. But I was in the corner, and I did ask Jake to do a few things in the squeeze chute to get it ready. Now, unknown to you and me both, Uriel went ahead and ran that bull in there.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I looked up, and remember, I have a phone in one hand. I look up, and here comes this gosh darn bull, and he coming with a steam, a head full of steam. And I look over to see if you're ready, and you are still inside the squeeze chute. And I love you, and I feared for your life, because if that bull had come around that corner, and you're right there in that corner, you could have been pinned inside that squeeze chute. And I was scared for you. So the same way I scream when I'm scared for Jamie, it's not screaming because I'm an abusive, horrible man who just wants to beat somebody. I scream out of fear.
It's just panic.
Yes.
I panic.
Yeah.
And I scream, get out of there! And
what are you doing?
What are you doing? Is usually the face.
Yeah,
the phrase
what I'm
that comes out of your
doing,
mouth.
what
are you
I'm
doing?
doing
And you're
is
like,
exactly what you told me to do. So here's how it went. Everything was calm. Everything was calm. We had some gates shut. The bull was in here. We were good. All right, Jake, can you walk around there, get those gates ready? I'm gonna come over here and do this, and then everybody will be ready to go. Everybody just calm down. Okay, great. So I walk around there. I'm shutting the gates. All of a sudden, what are you doing? Get the hell out! And so I climb. But you're telling me, you said you're gonna get yourself killed and that bull's running right at you in the corner of the fence. You should just put your hand up.
Jake, I had to grab his horns and push him off of me.
You didn't push that bull nowhere.
Okay, I knew I was gonna have to do this, gosh darn it. Jamie, you talk to Jake for a minute. I'm gonna pull up this video.
at all stressful moments in our lives, it is always, what are you doing? From the time that first time I ever got on Bucky's and got caught on the horn, and my whole bra, everything comes off, and I'm dangling on the horn by that, and all my parts are exposed, and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm laughing. He's like, why are you laughing?
Yeah.
And then from moments during Imelda, while we're trying to haul out all the animals and everything's flooding, from from birthing the calf 2 weeks ago, what are you doing? Why would you do that? And I'm like, you cannot, you can't. You have to take out you have to drown out his whatever, and don't yell back. You can never yell back because then his feelings are hurt. He's like, you were so mean to me during that. And I'm like, did you listen to me? Because he has no idea that he's even yelling, because in his world, he's just like, baby, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? No, he's like full on scream his face off, turning beet red craziness.
Yeah. His eyes are this big.
Let's watch the clip together right quick. And if Jake, we're going to watch the clip together real fast, okay?
Okay.
And then it will help us all remember exactly how it all. Get out of the way, Jake. Jake, get out of the way. Okay. So,
watch Lester's shadow, okay?
So I am inside. I am inside with Jake. Of course, I'm in one corner, knowing that the bull has no desire to mess with me at this point. He's actually going right where he's supposed to go. If anyone can see in the background, Uriel has already ran him in, closed the gate behind him. So now me and Jake are trapped in the arena. All right. Jake, though.
I just said I have nowhere to go.
Jake has nowhere to go, y'all. Nowhere to go. Jake, you can't be in there. Jake, you can't. Jake found somewhere to go. All right. So now Jake is going up. Be in there, buddy. Get out of there, Jake. All right. Now, okay. Now, if you look, and if I freeze it right here, Jake is giving me a thumbs down. Like I'm the asshole. I'm the asshole. Now, so here I am with one hand holding my phone to grab this memory that me and Jake can laugh about for years to come, and to teach folks who want to learn what not to do. I'm looking at Jake, and I'm looking at that bull who's eyeballing me, saying, what in the HE double hockey sticks do you think that you're doing?
A normal human being would not be watching this through the phone. And you know that he's watching it through the phone because he's willing to die for the best clip on earth.
But look at the video clip. Everything I got it all in the scene, Jamie. I got it all right there. Okay, let's keep watching, Jake.
Nowhere else to go.
All right, well, you can't be. Okay, now listen. Hold on. Jake has. Listen, I'm going to say a bad word here, everybody. If you're sensitive in nature and you cannot handle hearing Lester say a bad word, please turn your volume down or just take a 10-minute break and come back later. Go take a potty break. Because now Jake is coming down right in the same area as that bull. And that bull has nowhere to go. He has nowhere to go. I can't
think with you yelling at me.
No one can think like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to turn it off and just.
I'm just trying to get out of there. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just getting out of there.
People that don't know, there's like 4 or 5 gates that close very specific ways on the other side that you could get trapped in those spaces too in the wrong way. So like, it is a very convoluted thing if you don't understand it. I don't understand it, Jake.
Now
I'm like, I don't know where all these parts go.
God, I'm sweating. Now here is now when Jake jumps down, he scares Principally Joe, who comes right back at me. In the shit where God. Now listen, if you didn't hear that, when Jake dropped down, he ended up closing the chute. Now the chute is no longer open and available to us.
Oh, hold on. I
didn't matter,
couldn't
that's
fully
fine.
let go. I couldn't fully let go of that bar up there in case I had to go back up.
Okay, watch. Now, this is the funniest part of the video. Not the bad words, but when you get mad at me, you start sulking. S-U-L-K-I-N-G, sulking. And you sulk and you walk right past a raging bull with your head down, mad at me.
I was getting out of there. I was just getting out of there.
Watch, you walk right past.
No, I think he's determined and focused of like, get the hell out.
No, watch him. Watch. Damn it, Jacob. What are you?
Look at
Look.
Where do you want me to go? Where do I go from here?
You're
You
yelling.
should have just sat on top, Jake. That's what I would have. I would have climbed all the way to the top and sat right there and been like, I'll sit right here till you're done.
Now, listen, Jake, you do realize the bull is coming back towards you now, and you have your back turned. This is the dumbest thing ever. Watch. Move.
Meanwhile, Lester stands in the corner, videoing,
Look at
looking through the phone.
Yeah.
Look at the shadow.
See my shadow?
He doesn't help. He doesn't deter. He's just sitting there screaming.
Now, this is where I grabbed the bull by the horns, Jamie. And I'm not saying that. And this is where I must grab the bull by the horns. Jake, if you don't believe me, watch. Get out of there. You're going to get yourself killed. Hey. Okay. Jake, take it back. Take it
You're
back.
gonna get yourself killed.
Yeah. Right across his chest.
Jake, but now you also have to watch Jake's shoulders. Jake's shoulders slump and he puts his head down. Don't watch the bull. Watch Jake.
I'm looking at that bull.
Go. Nope, sir. Golly, Jake. That he's mad at this point. Jacob Morrow.
Hold on. I want you to back up to where we saw Jake's behind. Did you tear your pants?
No, that's a paint spot from painting.
Oh, okay. I was like
I'm actually wearing those shorts right now. Yeah, it's paint.
Hey.
Well, either way, it looked like you ripped your pants. Sorry. Carry on.
Anyway, Jake is completely could care less about me at this point. He probably wants me to get the air knocked out of him or collapse right there on the ground.
He's like, just make him stop talking. You don't have to hurt him. Just make him stop talking.
Just go shut him up, please, or something. And I just kind of took his horn and twisted him away from me. Go. Anyway, what a Jacob Morrow. Okay, now at this point, you can now hear it in my voice. I'm no longer mad. Now I think it's funny.
Nobody else is in there.
Well, no, now we're all safe.
We all got out of there.
But if I was an analyst, I'd say, okay, you can hear from his voice that he's not a horrible, mean man. Now his fear level has come down a notch, and now he's able to talk and laugh. Listen.
You go stand right there and tell me where else to go.
Now you're mad at me. Now you're being at me. You do hear it.
No, I'm not being mean. I'm asking you, where do you expect me to go? Where do you want? What did you want me to do?
But you're screaming at me.
Because that's the tone you just used.
It's very hurtful to me. It's very hurtful when he screams at me. I'm his uncle.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm very hurt.
You hurt his feelings.
Now, Jake, look at my
Oh,
shadow.
I'm sorry. I was scared and wound up too.
Look at my shadow, Jake.
Look at his hand on his hip.
I'm like super Longhorn Ranger with my stupid flat cap on.
On his back.
on top of I'm 2 rungs up on the gate. Okay.
Where else do you go? Through the gate that doesn't open this way.
Slide. All right, that silver gate, slide it closed. Now we're back to work here, and that's where we kind of keep going.
That's where you figure it out.
That's where we figure it all out. And then hold on. Look
Why
at
is Uriel behind 2 gates up on top of the fence?
Uriel wanted no part of that.
Also, why is he wearing a hoodie? Wasn't it like 98 degrees?
I don't know what
my
Uriel was doing. Well, he came over to work on welding, so he always
Oh.
wears welding type
Oh.
clothes. on those events. But no, there I am with my hand on my hip, Jake around back behind the corner now.
And Uriel staying out of all of it.
And Uriel is the smartest one of all. He knows he has a family to go home to. Me and Jake, like, just don't know what we're doing.
Lester's over here like Titanic style. Just at the top.
All right, let's watch it one time in full speed. And this is just one small snippet. Wait, Jake, get out of the way, Jake. Jake, get out of the way. Jake, you can't be in there. Jake, you can't be in there, buddy. Get out of there, Jake.
I have nowhere else to go.
All right, well, you can't be in the chute where... God damn it, Jacob. What are you...
You told me to
Move! Get out of there. You're going to get yourself killed. Hey. Go.
It's like seconds, though. If you think about that was like 20 seconds of pure mayhem.
Jacob Morrow.
you go stand right there and tell me where else to go from there. Where else do you go? Through the gate that doesn't
You know what's crazy, Jake? The
Slide.
only thing that he would have remembered, if there wasn't video, the only thing that he would have remembered from that event was that you yelled at him.
Yeah.
He would have forgotten all of the parts where he's screaming at the top of his lungs if there wasn't video proof of it.
I'll probably do that same thing when I argue with Alyssa too.
It's true.
Yeah, that is true. Well, we are blessed, Jake, that you and I both came out unscathed and everything's fine. We've both
My
learned-
feelings are hurt. I am scathed. My feelings are hurt. That's all right. I'll get over
Probably
it.
owe him another fence or something.
I know. Yeah. Probably, yeah. I did go over to Jake after it was all over and before I ended the video, because most folks cut the video off right there and just begin to curse me. But I did walk over, same video, shook Jake's hand, and I apologized. And do you know what his words out of his mouth were? He goes, "No, this was the most fun I've ever had in all of my life."
Yeah.
And I
You're
said,
an adrenaline junkie then.
I
said-
am.
I says, "Your wife is going to kill me. You know that." He goes, "No, she probably wished I would have died.
Oh my god.
They must have good health life insurance or something. I don't know."
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Poor
But,
Alyssa. I saw. Okay, can I change the subject one thing real quick?
Is it more about caulking?
No,
Dang.
I saw went to an antique store this week.
Yes, there's actually one that's like twice the size of that right down the street. We're gonna go there either today or Monday or something.
I'm gonna probably show up at those places at some point in time very soon because I'm intrigued.
Well, we can text you the address.
That would be awesome.
They got all kind of stuff in there, but no creepy dolls.
Oh, and good. Yeah. We don't like balls.
There are a lot of creepy dolls in some of those places. No, I love that. That was awesome. I texted Lisa and I was like, I will pick you up any day and we can go. So that would be awesome.
Well, it was a lot of fun, Jake. That was it really was. Now that it's over and done, and I think that we both learned a lot, you and me both. I know that I was supposed to be the teacher that day, but I think that you and me both learned that next time we do it, all the things that will change to make it easier. And I think you and I both agree that next year with our bulls, we'll do it when they're a lot younger.
Like the second they drop out, we're just run up and we'll be done.
No, we're whenever we wean them from moms, and we'll do that between 6 and 8 months, depending on the bull. Then we'll do it then when they'll be about half of that same weight and not near as full of testosterone and whatnot.
Yeah, like kind of. What do we do with who was it that time that drugged me across the pasture? We roped somebody.
Gracie. That was Gracie.
Yeah.
Or was that Santoro?
No, that was Gracie.
No, it was Gracie. Yeah, Gracie.
And drugged Jake. And you stood and laughed.
No, I said this is not very Longhorn
Yeah,
Lester.
this is not Longhorn Lester-ish.
Listen, at that point, I had just acquired the name Longhorn Lester. And I was really trying to build my name. I wanted to build my brand. I started early, man. I started early. And one of my first videos as Longhorn Lester's has that guy with being drugged across the pasture by Gracie. And I'm like, I don't even know what I said, but that's not Longhorn Lester-ish. Oh, I was
You
so
probably
mad.
said, "What are you doing?"
I guarantee you that phrase came out. I wish that I had a collection. I wish that the lady that makes our song intros could find a collection of "What are you doings" in our videos.
Yeah.
Like all
Oh
of those,
my gosh.
Or all of the other Lesterisms. Like that would be the best video ever.
Oh my goodness gracious. Good. Well, what are you guys doing to Jake today on this nice cool day?
I'm about to mow.
Oh boy, fun.
Yeah, I got a lot to mow too, so I'm gonna be mowing all day.
Oh no, one of those kind of days. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
happens over here too. I try to keep up with it, but if I let it go, if it rains or something and it slows me down, then I feel like I got to end up grabbing everything the same day.
Yeah.
So, well, at least
Too
you got a
much.
little bit cooler temperatures to do it in. Hope it
Yeah, it
doesn't heat
feels good out here today.
up again. Well, don't forget though, yesterday started off nice and cool, and before I knew it, it was 94.
Yeah.
So it
Hey,
can-
one night, in like 2 days, I think it's gonna be 60 degrees at night. So that's gonna be a really beautiful morning.
Yeah, it was cold. It was cold last night.
Yeah.
Well, not
Monday
cold, but
night.
it felt cold.
That's awesome.
Well, Jake, congrats on everything going on with you guys. And then, like Jamie said, if you decide to change your name, Cowboy Jake, we'll have to get you to some more videos with actual real cows. Your cows are too sweet. Moo and your cows don't count as real cowboy. Those guys are too easy on you.
Yeah, they're trained.
But I was happy that you saw that whole setup. And then Jake and I have talked about eventually out in his pasture, he's kind of maybe going to do kind of a similar barn setup where he can kind of have the same setup, loading chute, squeeze chute, maybe even a birthing room and all the things. So we love you, Jake. And I'm so sorry about what happened the other day.
No, it's all good. Love y'all too.
All right, well,
Tell Alyssa we said hi.
yeah.
All right.
Have fun with that white cock.
I will.
Bye, Jake.
Bye.
What? Caulk. Jamie, caulk. What are you? Anywho's, Jake is always fun. And he and I actually have so much in common. We both struggle with the same, I don't want to say mental. What would you call it? What's the official word for
Mental
it?
health.
Mental health. We both struggle with similar mental health issues. Jake is more on the manic side. What does that mean, actually?
You can't.
Jake comes like mine eases in, Jake's flies in out of the middle of nowhere. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, manic is a diagnosis.
Manic is a diagnosis.
Mania is a diagnosis. Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is we both struggle with mental health. Different, the same that we both can find ourselves in a slump and a funk. A funk is a better word. Jake's will come on almost overnight, and mine is a slow, gradual.
Yeah.
And I can usually know when mine's coming on, and Jake's can just hit them. So it's hard, guys. It's hard.
And
But
y'all made a video and talked about that. So
there's
there's not
no
a secret
one
or
is
anything
sharing.
like that. Yeah.
No one is revealing weird things and talking about each other behind their back. Jake and I did. We made a video a couple of years back when we worked together about how our symptoms differ and how they're the same. And don't know where it comes from, but I'll tell you what. I just he and I are similar in so many ways. We get along great, even though you wouldn't know that. A lot of people have tried to pit us against each other.
That's true.
And I don't get that either. I don't get why anyone would ever try to pit family against family, because when all is said and done, you're never going to win. You may temporarily make someone upset with someone else, but family, true family, is always going to prevail. That's what gets me whenever I see, I'm going to just say a woman, because I have experience with this, women trying to tell another woman how horrible her man is. How many times have you seen a woman who might be a friend try to tell some other woman how horrible of a man she has, how horrible of a man she has, how horrible of a man she has, and how she can do better, she can do better, she can do better. And then 9 times out of 10, that woman at some point goes back and tells her man what you said. And now you've lost yourself a friend, and you have no longer trust, because that man is not going to let his wife or his partner continue to hang out with you if in fact all you do is bash him all day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That happens all the time.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. So I don't know. I don't think that men do that. Most men are just proud for other guys to have a girl. We're just like, hey, good job, bro. You keep her. Good job. Whatever you're doing right. You still got her after all this time. You're doing something right. And you women are constantly telling them, you can do so much better, Jamie.
I don't actually.
What do you see in that guy, Jamie?
I don't think that. I don't.
Hold
Find that to
on,
be-
you got a friend that can't stand me, Jamie. You got a
You
friend who
have
can't
people that
stand
can't
me.
stand me.
I do not. I would never call someone a friend who can't stand you.
I said you have people that can't stand me.
You mean on the page?
Yeah, those type of friends.
I don't know them.
It's okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna go fill up our coffees. Can you handle another one of them big old mugs?
About a half.
And then look what Jamie got. Boom, boom, shakalaka. You want to play? Do you dare?
I'll beat you, yeah.
Do you dare?
I'll try. Somebody sent that to us. It doesn't have the same words.
Oh
as
man, it doesn't call you an ignoramus for only getting
doesn't call
4.
you dumb. Doesn't call you an ignoramus.
So you don't know this real fast. I made what I thought was the funniest video yesterday. Posted it yesterday. And what I said during my video, I videoed all of these cats around here. And guys, there's cats everywhere here. And so here's what I said at the end of my video. This is so funny. I says, okay, now it's time for you all to leave an exit ticket. I says, how many cats do you know we have here? Not counting the ferals. They don't count. How many cats do you know we have here that you did not see in today's video? If you cannot name any, you are an ignoramus. If you can only name one cat,
It was the end of your video.
Yes. If you can only name one cat that you've not seen today, then you're dumb. If you can name 2 cats that you've not seen today, then you are pretty smart. And if you can name 3 cats that you've not seen in today's video, then you're a genius as far as your cat IQ from this property.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think that people were upset with me because some people could not rename them all and they did not like being called dumb or ignoramus. And I had to remind folks that that is the Cracker Barrel way. It's the old time days where people could joke and laugh and play, because I'm not really calling you an ignoramus for not identifying Mabel or whoever. It was fun.
Speaking of Mabel, she's chasing it. There she is right there.
Yeah. And Ranch Hand.
Oh, Ranch Hand has been all over the place this morning.
I'm going to grab coffee. You talk about whatever you want to, except for me. Do not talk about me. Please. Please.
What do y'all want to talk about? We have like a minute or less to be able to run through something. Mute. Somebody says, just mute. Just take a pause. He said, please, twice. Let's talk about Lester. Working with him in stressful situations is challenging. And I'm glad that we can all laugh about it and that he recognizes those things and that Jake's feelings really aren't hurt. It probably was best that Uriel just stayed at the end. That was probably one of the smartest things, but oh my gosh, it is really stressful in those moments. And if you have a partner like that and you don't have thick skin, because there's a time in my life where if that would have happened in any point in my life, relationship or anything like that, I would have been bawling, breaking down in the corner. I think over the years, like I've built up some pretty thick skin to circumstances and also recognized like situations and things like that. But it does take, like, I recognize that can be a trigger and can be things that people do not understand. It's just about how well you know your partner and the situation and yourself. And it takes time to be able to get there. But, we make it through. And it's all good. Everybody's okay. And only one of his feelings are hurt from Jake.
Hey, can we play with that little chickie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Guys,
Quasi?
We want to introduce you to Quasimodo. Have you ever showed Quasi in a video yet?
No, you did, though. No, yes, I did.
Okay, so we want to introduce you to one of our special babies. We call him or her Quasi, as in Quasimodo. And this poor baby. So you guys know that somebody gifted me live chicks. And I'm asking you, please don't think that that's funny, because it's not. And so please don't do that. And I don't think that anyone should ever send anything live to anybody without making sure that they have a place for them first. But nonetheless, we got a live package this week. And in that were a set of little chicks. And I know it was with good intentions. Okay. I know it was with good intentions, But one of those little chicks has something wrong with its leg. And but Jamie is determined that it's not what you're all saying it is. For all those saying splay, 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 we don't think so.
So, y'all remember Journey, right? Journey the goat who had one side of her body was longer than the other. I'm telling you, Quasi here has a very similar situation. So, Quasi's little left leg is shorter than the right, and Quasi's whole body is like
It's not congruent. It's not
like it was lodged in the egg wrong and didn't have room to grow on one side. And so whenever I know people kept telling me like band their legs together and then it should be able to stand up, I want you to notice. Of course, now I'm holding it's down. This right here, I have to be able to push down this muscle to be able to make his or her little body.
Can you tape it with splints? Someone's asking.
No, because its body is different, and its muscle is attached differently on this side. So I know it's hard to tell and hard to see, but
so the little chick.
Look, do you see that? How it's different? This is much longer.
It looks like it's broken like upwards, like it maybe the hip is broke.
It's not the hip. It's actually a muscle up here that is like really weirdly like this is connected differently. If I push this down, right here, it'll drop. But I have to be able to go up here and push.
So someone says, could the hip be out of joint? How would you ever know?
I'm not going to take him to the chiropractor, I don't think.
And I don't think you can just pull it. Gosh darn, I don't know.
I'll say this though. For a little chick that has problems like this, he or she is getting around. Like I go out several times a day, make sure that it has food and water. I hate to call it. Quasi has food and water. But she or he is also doing it themselves as well, but it's kind of floppy. I know that's not a long-term thing, but this right here, like it's so bunched up right here is the part of the thing, like right here. And its whole body is like twisted if I don't push that on there. So it's like, it's almost like it was smashed in the egg, like differently than it should have been. I don't know how to explain it, but essentially the band didn't work because this side's much shorter and like
made it where it couldn't even walk.
Yes. And also its its neck is pulled over to this side as well. So like, see how it keeps going over here to the left, my left over here. Its head always goes that way.
We will know more as this little chick grows, but
Quasi has scoliosis, maybe so, but like that's what you'll see here is that it leans like that all the time,
always. But listen. This chick is eating and drinking, and it seems to be getting along fine. No one's picking on.
It's not Ryeneck. Ryeneck is a deficiency.
Ryeneck, I don't know. But so listen, let me just go ahead and say this again real fast. I think that it's very kind, but listen, we are in the process right now of really struggling with bringing in an animal that we did not prepare ourselves for. And so we're going to ask politely, don't send
anymore.
Don't send anything live, guys. Don't send anything live. I like I said, I'm certain it was something that you thought was cute and something you thought would be well received, and we're blessed to have you. But I just don't think that we should ever do that. Send something live to somebody, expecting them to be ready to, number one, pick it up. We had to really rush to the post office that day to get there in time before these chicks sat there all night with no water and there's no food. What do they put, like a wet paper towel in there or something?
It's a package that has like a moisture pack in there that the humidity of it keeps it in the box or whatever, because in the first hours of life, chicks can live in the brooder or in the incubator for up to 3 days.
Yeah.
So they basically are making it humid like the incubator to get here.
Well, you want to know what happened when I walked in, and I'm like, so they know me there because I go to the post office pretty often, just send stuff or pick stuff up. And I says, I'm here for the package that's chirping. And then it scared me because she goes, well, it's not as chirpy now as it was when it first got here. And and it scared me. And then she went back to get it. And then the guy goes, normally you're lucky if you get half of them that was sent, which means that a lot of people send these chicks through the mail,
It's
but
very
not
common.
all of them make it through that transport.
Yeah.
And so all of these were alive and well. We're blessed. But like I said, there is a cute one over here that so there's two that we've really attached to. This one here, Quasi, because we've always had a soft place for those who struggle. We've
See how his
always.
leg is up there like
Yeah.
that? I'm not holding it up there. That's where it naturally
Yeah,
goes.
we've always had a soft place for those who struggle. But there's one mean little jerk. And I love him. We love mean little jerks. We've already given him a name. Have you talked about him at all yet?
You did in my video a little bit. You want me to go get him?
Only if you want to.
All right, I'll go
And
put Quasi
give
back.
him a formal introduction.
All right.
So there's one that, as of right now, I don't know if you guys can, but we're not real good at telling if they are roosters or hens when they're so small. We have to sometimes, you guys know that we had to get our ostriches DNA tested to find out. But yeah, never ship animals, guys. Never ship small animals, please. But there's one who is quite the little jerk. Now, I say that in a nice way because all he wants to do is peck me. Like he thinks that my fingers are worms, and I reach in there to touch him and grab him, and he just starts pecking. And so already, I think it must be a little rooster who's already thinking he has to defend these little ladies. That's what I'm guessing. And so, but he doesn't only peck me, he also pecks Jamie. And when I was at the post office and I'm walking out, and there was this mom and these two little girls walking in, and they heard the chirping. And the mom says, "Look, he must have chicks." And I'm like, "Here, y'all want to see?" So I opened the top, and these little girls walked over. And of course, little kids want to they put their hands in, and both little girls jump out of there because that little Tyrone,
Look, he's like,
he got to both of them. He got both the
we
little
don't even
girls'
know
fingers.
if it's a he.
Well, we just assume because he's so defensive and so protective.
What does that mean, y'all?
So we think that this one over here must be a little rooster, and he's already being protective of everybody, and he's pecking the heck out of anyone that puts their hand in there.
Very
with him.
much a leader in the little package of chicks.
So we have these chicks in their very own spot, their very own brooder. And so they're not around any of our other chickens. And so what we do over here, and it would be a wonderful video, Jamie, I think that you should make, not me, that shows from the incubator to the brooder to our halfway house to our chicken yard. We have a 4-step Hey, Mister.
Don't put him in your mouth.
I love it.
No.
I love doing that. I don't know why. I just don't want them to poop in there. If you want to climb in, you can. He like coffee breath.
Yeah. He's like, what did you eat? It would be so funny if you started picking your teeth. He is picking your teeth. Oh my God.
He pecked me on the tooth.
He's like, what is in there?
Just not my lip. I'm scared. How many screenshots am I
The
going to get of that
guy
right there?
that doesn't love chickens.
Mr. Taiwan. He's Taiwan, Mama. He's Mr. Taiwan. This is Tyrone. He's mean. Here you go. Want me to put it
He's
back?
so
I will.
mean. He's so mean.
So we go from an incubator that we have our incubator inside the house. And Jamie does all. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. Will you please talk about it and I'll just listen.
So the incubator is 18 to 21-ish days. It depends on the egg size and all of those things.
Someone goes, please spread his wings and then tell you if it's male or female. Want me to help you?
I think he's about 5 days
Someone goes,
old.
yeah, he looks so mean, Lester. He is mean. He's mean to her too.
He's so sweet.
Right now, he's not because he's away from the little ladies. He don't have to defend anybody.
I have found a love of roosters. We'll talk about that too. But so they go from the incubator after 21-ish days. So they can stay in there up to 3 days. So if you want to make your eggs keep hatching, like to make sure that they're not going to hatch, the chicks could technically stay in that humid space for up to 3 days. Then they go into a brooder, and I have 2 brooders set up right now. We actually own 4. A brooder is a small box that is ventilated. What?
Someone goes, now we know where the bird flu comes from. Because I had that chicken in my mouth.
Aw. So
Hush it up, Dinky!
the brooders, I have my brooders set up for like first week, second week. Like I have them upgraded, and the flooring in it is what changes. And maybe I'll make a video showing some of that, because the pine shavings for little tiny chicks is too hard for them to navigate. So I start out with puppy pads instead. It's also easier to clean. Anyway, after they've been in the brooder for 3 to 4 weeks, then they move to the halfway house. And the halfway house, I keep them there till they're they have their feathers in, basically. So they're no longer fuzzy, they're past the janky stage, and they're close to full grown. And then I will move them to the large chicken yard / other coops. So we are in the process of adding additional coops and spaces, because some of these will need to be separated based on my intentions of breeding. But there's a lot that's going into this right now. In fact, I saw one of the new coops down at the end of the package space this morning. So that is probably part of my project today, is to put together a coop. But bantams are my favorite, y'all. Bantams are tiny chickens, and that's what someone sent us. I believe that I know what some of those are. I think that some of them are silky. I know some of them are silkies. But there's chicks here. There's chickens here.
If you don't. He wants to go back in.
There are chickens here that I have not shown you yet. So I'm trying not to overload you.
Someone's niece has over 100. No. Guys, at some point, I'm going to have to man up and say, hey, I am the man of the house, and we ain't going to have 100 chickens around here.
And I'm going to man up and say, we ain't going to have 100 Longhorns around here.
Yeah. So I'm going to address this, and you can help me if you don't mind. I haven't heard Terrence in a while. Guys, Terrence has lost his voice. I don't mean literally. I mean figuratively. Because there was a time when Terrence was the man. Admit it. Terrence at one point was the man. He was. He knew it. He felt it. He was the leader. Everyone followed his lead. Wherever he went, they all followed. And then at some point, Sam kind of like took over. You all know that. This is no secret. And you also know that I kind of had a little bit of disdain for Mr. Sam. Rest in peace. But I did. I acquired kind of a disdain for Sam because he stole our Terrence. And as much as I enjoyed saying, shut your little pie hole and all of those things, I also miss it. I miss the old Terrence. But now Terrence has become friends with Clarence. And I don't think that either one of them think that it's their place to crow. And so it happens when you have larger flocks of roosters that are, and we don't have a large flock of roosters. Somebody yesterday was like, you only have roosters now? No, I've just been showing a few things here and there. I don't want to overload people with all the chickens. But when you have multiple roosters at various ages and things like that, there will be a top. And then sometimes a pecking order.
Yes. And sometimes the others will just step back. Now, what happened here with Terrence and Clarence is they found each other, and they're not competing for anything. Also, there's plenty of girls out there. So it's a flock thing that happens. He still crows every once in a while, but he is not calling for more girls, because that is also what Terrence was doing.
Oh.
He could hear Miss Pat's chickens. Now, Miss Pat's chickens also have a rooster, so it's kind of like
all back and forth.
There's things that are happening, and then just a call out. We have an illness in our large chicken yard, and that's affecting some of the dynamics as well.
Yeah. Well, we talked a little bit about that, and so okay, babe. Yeah, we have talked a little bit about that. I take full responsibility for that. It was a oversight on my part, something that I had no idea about. But when I went out and brought in the new rooster, Clarence, who I thought I could sneak in and replace Terrence when I thought he was lost. I do believe that he must have brought something with him that ended up spreading to almost all of our chickens out in that yard. Most feel bad for a couple of days and then get over it. But we have had Mr. Sam, Jamie's beloved Sam Rooster, who did not. I don't know why some get over it, but I kind of referred it, or I think it's similar to like COVID. You know how COVID we've all had it, I'm guessing at this point, and some of us have it and feel almost no symptoms. Some have it and just don't feel good for a little bit, and some get it and die. And so I'm sorry, I don't know what underlying factors led Sam to pass, because I wouldn't have thought he was weaker than some of the other hens and those who've gotten it. But someone says maybe he had more exposure to it. Maybe so. Maybe
I think so. So I think that
Sam was always on this little rooster's ass, just always after him.
And I think that's what ultimately took his, I mean, I know it's what took his life. He had wet fowl pox, which is rough. There's lesions and then there's also some respiratory stuff in there. So it's unfortunate, but we're not putting any new chickens into the chicken yard until we get through all of this. So that is also part of the dynamics that have to change. And again, I'm trying not to overload people with chickens, but it also is.
Don't worry.
It's what I'm working on.
I overloaded with Longhorns last week. I feel so embarrassed. I had Longhorns on every channel, on every live, and I didn't realize it till I built my Kahoot game last night. I'm sitting there building my Kahoot game, and so everything was Longhorn for the entire week, except for one horse video that I ended up repeating something you had just told them a few days earlier. And I felt so darn embarrassed about that. That has bothered me. And I gotta watch Jamie's videos if I'm going to talk about Jamie content.
It is not bird flu. We do not have bird flu. Just to be sure, I brought in Sam to be tested after he passed as well, but we do not have the bird flu.
And then Peepat is day by day, guys. She's eating and she's drinking. She spends a lot of time around the water.
She just stays. She wants to be right there, and she just drinks a lot, and she's very run down. I've seen two other chickens have come through it. I think Terrence has come through it, but Peepat and Sam were super in Clarence's face and Terrence's face.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
So at this point, though, they've been exposed. So you don't go by now and you just hope that they'll all get it and then get over it and be fine.
They've all been treated for their symptoms. So we went ahead and did some antibiotics for a bacterial, just in case it's a bacterial
infection. It's not coccidia.
It's not coccidia. Tested for that as well. It is foul. It's wet fowl pox. And then we think that Sam and Peepat and one more hen have a respiratory. We know they have a respiratory infection on top of it. So once their immune system gets down, they're susceptible to anything. And that anything. This is another thing that I know you're taking blame for this, but it also could have came from any of the birds here as well.
You like keep saying that. You keep saying that, but we know that when we first got Clarence here. Oh God, Daniel Tiger. When we first got Clarence here, he was not as we thought. It was because the other roosters were running him around like crazy. He just wasn't himself. He's kind of hiding off in the corner and stuff. Maybe he was sick. We don't know.
Well, the other thing is they could have been picking on him because he was sick.
That's
they
true
could have
too.
been calling out of like, he's sick. We don't want him in our flock. We don't want him in our flock. You know, like there's so many things. And I'm not a chicken expert by any like at all. So I'm still very much learning. And most people, unless they're doing this commercially, like, and have huge flocks and things like that, like these are backyard chickens. So there's not extensive treatment like there are for humans for every single thing that happens, or testing for that matter. Yeah. So we'll do our best.
Yeah. Well, guys, we've had you for an entire hour and then some. So we just want to say thank you so much for loving us and believing in us and supporting us. Even when I have my bad days, okay? Even on my bad days, you give me grace, and I appreciate that so very much. I have two. I think I have two really big videos coming out today. One will be on our sweet Caroline and her vet visit. I'll play that in the afternoon around 3 o'clock. And then I'm also going to do an afternoon video on Pearl and her sweet baby girl. And I'll play that later towards the evening around 6 or so. All righty. Once again, Longhorn. But listen, we knew
You're living a Longhorn life right now.
we knew this was going to happen as far as the birthing season. We knew we were going to be busy this month. And so last month it started. This month was pretty good, and then we'll have a few more into next month. Okay, so
I owe people
it
a
ain't
bag
going
report.
away.
I need to do a bag report.
You do need to do a bag report.
I gotta get there during daylight hours. That's the
I
problem.
said it yesterday. I don't understand how you know so much about like bags and how women are just know stuff. I just don't get that. I'm Longhorn Lester, and yet you're always right, and I'm always wrong when it comes to bags. Don't know, but
It's
no.
on the fine details, Lester.
I will say that, and I'm not. I will say that I think now you all know that every baby born thus far has come from Waylon. All right, has come from Waylon. I do think our first mom, who's going to be a calf sired by Tex, will be Jezebel, and I'm not certain about that because I could be so far off. But we will see. Okay, we will see, and Jamie will help us with that first chance she gets to go out. Today, I will be picking up Lex. My mom and dad got him from school. They'll be feeding him breakfast. Then I'll be going over to get him. He and I will go together to JL to feed our sweet Caroline and do our stuff. Lex likes to stay at J&L. So Jamie and I may, in fact, be pulled apart today because Lex, he actually enjoys Gemma. And he enjoys doing, of course, he loves, now it's Sweet Caroline is really big. And you want to know something funny? And I know we said we're going to leave, but he low keys takes pictures and videos, low key, and sends to his girlfriend. All right. And I think it's because he gets a whole bunch of oohs and ahs from her whenever he sends pictures. He took the funniest picture of Roman.
I posted on Facebook.
Oh, you posted that. He took the funniest perspective picture of Roman.
It was of his muzzle. It was a
Yeah.
boop. It was a total boop.
Yeah. And no, but you know what? I know that Gemma loves the attention. Lex, you know, I live to help him learn his way around the farm and around the ranch. And I love the fact that he's interested in spending time. Now, if we can only keep Rita from being so gosh darn jealous. Do you know, and I promise I'll wrap it up. Do you know that during that bath that you had her, you took Gemma out to bathe her, groom her, and get a few knots out. And during that short period of time, Rita was enclosed in her stall. Do you know that she pooped 3 times?
She was stressed. She was freaking out.
Yeah, she's freaking out.
She was totally freaking out. Like, she was so stressed.
I don't get that for nothing. I'm like, you know, everybody gets jealous, but I don't think we all run and poop when we're jealous. I hope
Horses do. That's
hope
that's
you
their
don't.
sign of stress. Like, that's one thing that they'll do. Like, especially if you load them in a trailer, those types of things.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like that's like their stomach gets upset when they get stressed.
Well, Rita does need a spa day, and we will absolutely have to get her one of those. And
I promised him that.
what I love is that the weather's cooling off. I don't know if it's here to stay, but it's on days like today when you actually get out and do stuff and not.
It makes a huge difference.
You won't have the horses drenched in sweat, and neither will you
huge
be.
Difference.
So you'll be a lot more active with hands-on with horses and stuff during cooler times of the year than you would be in the heat of the summer.
I have been wanting to get back on Talus, and that is something
Easy.
in the future.
I already have the saddle all set. You guys know that we have the Longhorn Lester saddle, and the last time that I saddled Talus up for Lex and Connor to ride, I had to adjust everything. I had no idea. He's on the very last notch of
it's not
every.
really the saddle for him. That's the
I know
thing.
it's not a giraffe saddle. It was.
Yeah.
It was made for Voodoo. So they measured and made the saddle to fit Voodoo's back and Voodoo's everything, and all of the adjustments were for Voodoo. Now I did take it and put it on Prim, and Prim
It fits Prim.
it fits Prim fine. I had no idea Talus was as big in
Oh, Talus
girth
is a
as he is.
stocky boy.
And so I had to readjust everything, and it's on the last notch. So we do have draft size saddles. Talus has his very own saddle, but
Yeah.
it's at the other property.
I'm not doing that today.
Not today.
No, but if for whatever reason we find ourselves tomorrow morning and it's cool, that might be something I would be interested
Well,
in doing.
I'll bring the saddle home. Guys, we're going to let you guys go. I'm not sure about Jamie's plans for today. I know I'll be busy with some stuff, but I do got 2 wonderful videos I hope that you'll catch if you want to have all of the info on what's going on with Pearl's baby and our Caroline vet visit. I will say that the Caroline vet visit, there's going to be a lot of things that we'll discuss that we're going to have to discuss.
Trixie!
But I'll let Jamie do that tomorrow night on our Sunday Night Live, because I will never get it right. I'll talk about it today on the video, but I will never get it right as far as explaining it all to you. So Jamie will be able to do all of that tomorrow. Hey,
I'm going to do projects here today. I'm going to also have to probably make a trip to Tractor Supply at some point in time.
Hey, sweetie.
And then, I don't know, if you and Lex are busy tonight, then maybe I'll find myself shopping or something like that. And maybe I'll bring everybody along on a little shopping excursion or something.
Ooh.
We'll see. I have no solid plans, and who knows what the day will hold. But if I go somewhere, I promise to bring y'all.
There you go. All right. Thank y'all for watching. We love you so much. Blessed to have you. And we'll catch you guys on.
Under a hot Texas sun and pastures of green, there's a crew of critters just like you and me. We've all got scars, but we found our place. A little love and mud and a whole lot of grace. We show the good, the bad, and the ugly too. The highs, the lows, it's all part of the view. So laugh, love, and maybe cry sometimes with a gang of misfits who always shine. So come on in, kick off your shoes. Oh, God! It's more than a ranch, it's a family crew, and these rescues, they might just rescue you. Welcome to I'm a Survivor. You'll see what second chances are meant to be. We're all survivors of something, it's true, and there's room in this family for all of you. We're all survivors of something, you see. So pull up a seat with our rescue family.